Getting in the bucket. Days, look at that. Happy days. Morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ down on the beach. It's a Sunday morning. It's a Tony's Tackle Mini Open and I'm fishing it. So I'm going to film this for the Fishing with CJ channel. We'll also do a little bit of a video at the end for the weigh-in for Tony's channel. So if you want to see how I get on in this match, you need to watch the Tony's channel as well. But in the meantime, this video is just going to be me fishing, which means I'm not going to be running up and down the beach filming people today. Just going to have a lazy day on the beach. Right, it should be a good day today. We've had some really severe weather the last few days. Well, Friday was nice. Yesterday was severe. So there's an awful lot of fresh water will have come down the sluices into the sea. So I don't know how that's going to affect the fishing. The water's quite coloured. There's a little bit of a swell on it, only a bit though, because the main blast of the wind is coming from there off the land. So yeah, could be a good day. Could be a good day. I've got my first rod out. So the first rod is out. Obviously it's a match, so I'm only fishing one rod. So my first cast is out. Got 3 lugworm on there, so I've got a 3 hook, 3 up the line, paternoster on there with lugworm on, and the very kind gentleman next to me just giving me some fresh outs. So my next rig will go out with some fresh outs on, with the hope of a nice little schoolie to start off my score. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Keep on fishing. Just had my first bite, so we'll keep an eye on that. So you might be able to see, you should be able to see that from here on the camera. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Still going. Still going. Think we better wind that in. Yeah, let's wind into that. Let's wind into that. It's almost like it's slack liming actually. Feels like there's fish on there. Oh yeah, it does feel like there's a fish on there. Ooh. I'm going to risk losing it. Feels like a good fish actually. School bass. Here it comes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come to CJ, come to CJ. What we got? We have a double header, a bass and a flatty. Woohoo! Woohoo! Good start. Get some water in the bucket. Get the fishing water. Get these out before them yachts turn up. Excuse my French. Here you go. First cast, 70, how many points? 70 something points. Can't be grumble at that, can't grumble at that. I've not seen anybody else land any fish, but that's not to say that they haven't been. I'll ring Tony up in a minute, see how they're getting on down that end. I've just had to go and get my ruler out the back of the truck. And when I came back, my rod was twitching. But it could just be a bit of weed on there. We'll leave it for a bit longer and see what happens. But you can see this on the camera or not. So I put the camera on now, it's definitely going to stop. I was hoping the little cafe was going to be open down there because I fancied something to eat, but it's not open. Either it's opening late or not opening anymore. Got 3 baits on there. If it's flattish, they pretty much hook themselves. And if it's a bass, we'll get a real knocking bite. So just sit and let it develop. I might sit down and have a cup of tea. I haven't got the secret weapon, the sticky cake, because we ate them last night. So yeah, I'm relying upon that cafe opening because all I've had is a slice of toast all day. Quite hungry. Right, well, I'll come back to you when something happens. Catch you in a bit. Well, I sat down to have a cup of tea, managed to get one mouthful, and my rod bent over. So I've had a few little knocks and twitches on here, so it's probably about time I brought it in and checked the bait anyway. Put a fresh bait out. Yeah, let's get it in. Could be a fish on here. Could be a fish on here. Little flatty maybe. I want to get above 100 points. I'll be happy as Larry if I get over 100 points. I'm not feeling any tugs or anything like that, but well, I don't know, maybe. Or is that the back of the surf? I should have brought some sunglasses with me now. Are you seeing the fish? Oh, is there a little fish on there or not? No, don't think so. No, no fish. Nothing. Right, well, it's gone a little bit quiet, so I'm gonna tackle up a slightly different rig, and I just want to talk to you about a couple of things whilst I'm doing that. So the first thing is that we're using quite a heavy lead here. Yeah, so we're using 7-ounce leads because there could be a bit of tide coming along fairly shortly. There's a bit of a breeze, there's a bit of wave, so I'm using a heavier lead. One of the things I like to do with my leads is that I want to bend the wires out a little bit. So essentially, I want them sticking out a bit further. So it's a simple job with a pair of pliers, just bend them out just a little bit further than they are on the factory settings. Now, of course, that means that when they snap out, they're still sticking out quite a long way. So the way that we enhance their grip and make it a little bit easier to wind them in is that the last, a plier width at the end, we just bend that out. So that's bent in a little bit. So that just means that it will grip the bottom a bit better. So when it's in there, it's gripping into the bottom. So that's a lot better. But when it snaps out, it will drag. So that's the lead. Now the next thing I'm going to look at is this rig. Now this rig is I've done a very short snood rig, sort of kind of a scratching rig. So the size 3 AO hooks. And what I've done is I've offset the hooks so that they again will enhance your hooking of fish. So they're enhanced. So they're offset. As you see, they're very short snoods. But the thing I want to talk about, and this is, I'm quite enthused about this, is this Arno Hooks cascade clips. So the Arno hook cascade clips. So I'll just show you those. They're stainless steel. They come in 2 sizes. They have the additional benefit is that the actual clip, the cascade hook, is set so it doesn't fold in. On some of the cascades, this folds in out of the way, and it makes it a little bit awkward to hook your baits on. You notice my hands are yellow because I'm using fresh out worms. So yeah, Arno cascade swivels. They're very good. They come in 2 sizes. They do this, which is the small size, and then a slightly larger size for uptide or big baits. They're available in selective tackle shops. Not all tackle shops have them. I will put the link to them into the comments if you're interested in getting some. I've had them a little while now, but I've only just got around to using them because I had to use up some rigs that I'd already made. But yeah, Arno hooks, cascade swivels. They are very good. So let's get this baited up and let's get fishing with it. So the way I like to rig my worms is I use a baiting needle. So these are baiting needles that come from Trident Tackle. They're carbon fibre, so it makes them very nice baiting needles. 3 small worms. Bang them up. This one's a bit bigger actually. Might save him for later. Let's get a small one. Because this is a scratching rig. Clip the lead on the bottom so it helps keep it all tight and stops it tangling up while we're doing this. Because they're 3 small worms, we can probably get them all onto the baiting needle at the same time. The way I like to do this is I like to go in from the thinner end of the worm, pull the tail off, and then just go in and just pierce the side a couple of times on that thinner end, and then all the way down to the end of the worm. That means that the line is going to be through here, and it just helps clamp it onto the line. And the juicy bit of the worm is at the hook end. So we've got 3 worms on the baiting needle there, and all you need to do is you just put your hook into the end of the baiting needle, keeping the line nice and tight. Just feed the worm on. So that's the first worm on. Second worm. Third worm. So we've got 3 nice little baits on there. We'll hang it up on the tripod, and then once we've hung it on the tripod, we'll draw the bait stops down so that they're nicely held in against the hook and don't slide up the line during the cast. So that's my way of doing it, and I'm sure that there are other ways of doing it, but that's my way of doing it out. So just bringing the bait stops down. You see the bait stops, I've got a little sequin below the bait stop, just help stopping the worm sliding up over the bait stop. And then we'll hang it up and we'll clip it down. So we're just hanging that up on the tripod, ready to go. We'll clip it in, so it is ready to go. We're going to bring this rod in because it's been out there a while, freshen the baits up. There has been some little knocks on here, so there could be a little fish on there. I might have missed the bite. And there you can see the Arno Cascade swivels in action. The breakaway at the bottom. Right, let's bring this one in and see if we've got anything on there. Well, it feels solid, but then it's a 7-ounce lead, isn't it? So could just be the weight of the lead. Not feeling any tugs. Can't see the line going from side to side, caused by a fish. No fish there. Baits have been robbed though. Definitely had some fish action on the baits. So one bait's completely robbed, and one has all been sucked out. So that looks like flatty fish, and I've got a bit of weed on the third one. So there you go. There are fish out there for sure. Let's get this one on. We'll whack this long one out. Get my finger fob on. Now, course, the target species, a nice bass, was achieved in the first cast. So we all know what that means, doesn't it? It means cue some music and well, my neighbour down that way has just had a really nice sole. Just going to turn it around so you can see him. No, wrong way. And I've heard Gerald has had a bass and a sole first cast, or early in the competition as well. So there's a few sole coming in. So it might be the right thing to do is to put that little tiny short rig out, my sole rig. Well, we'll give this one a little go for a while, see how it goes. The tide's starting to run now, so it should be getting good. Should be getting good. And I'm seeing people winding into fish all down the beach now, actually. So he looks like he's in winding into something. That bass at the beginning, maybe I shot my bolt. The curse of the first cast. The curse of the first cast. I'll put the camera on when something happens. Catch you in a bit. I have got a little bit of a bite on this now. I don't know if it's focusing on me or if you get the rod tip or not. We'll let that develop. I say there's 3 baits on there. Unless it really bends round. Yeah, there's definitely a bite on there. Definitely a bite on there. Happy days, happy days. Right, I'm gonna have a slurp of tea and let that develop. That's what I'm gonna do. It's the tea. What I haven't got is the sticky cake. Can't see if that shop's open or not. I can just see the top of it. I can't see the shutter. Whether the shutter's open or not. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on, give us a big wrap round bite. Put the camera on when something starts to happen. Right, I'm just going to go and see if that cafe's open because I'm Hank Marvin. All right, so if you just keep an eye on my rod tips for me, and I'll be back in a minute. Or I'll be back in a few seconds if it's not open. Take me back. Well, got all my hopes up. Tables and chairs are out the front, but it's not open. Oh, whew. Nice little walk though. It's been out there for a while. Let's check the baits, put a fresh one on. Suspicion that I'm united with my neighbour, but we'll see. Can't see his rod tip going. Some weight on there anyway. He's not jumping up and down thinking he's got a fish on. Yeah, there's definitely some weight here. I do think I'm bringing in his line. That was interesting. The line is going off over that way. Yeah, I've got his line. Got his line. Thought I would have. Bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Not sure if I saw a fish there or if it's weed. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow, and the glow of the fire pull me home. got going on here?
Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old
Oh, fish.
Oh,
Definitely fish.
take me back down the
Yeah.
old dirt
Happy
road.
days. And I ain't got nice.
Take me back down the old dirt road.
Happy days. Some more points on the card. Little place. Get him in the bucket. I think it's sizable. Little place. I'm going to put his scratching rig out there now then. Why not? This big sole will be very nice. Very welcome. Oh, always. I'm going to put a cannon on this, I think. I'm fed up with messing around with finger fobs. Finger fob, get on my finger. That's it. Good boy. That's about right. Turn away! Right, let's wind this in and check the baits and put a fresh bait out. Got about an hour left, I think. Tide is definitely running now, it's taking me off down that way. Come on, let's have another little place on it. Some weight on here. That could be I'm bringing someone else in. Tide is pulling off. I think I've got a fish on here actually. Or maybe not. Don't know. Certainly some weight here. As I said before, these 7-ounce leads do make you think you've got a fish in there because there's a bit of weight to them. Oh, there is a fish there. Woohoo! I don't know whether it's sizable or not. It looks pretty small. Pretty small. Is it 18 centimetres? Oh. Well, the scratching rig paid off. We'll get him in the bucket. Wonder how long that's been sitting on there. Well, it's a little place. If it makes me 5 points, it's 5 points. If it doesn't, then whatever. Let's get this out of distance. Get this Skyborn. Go on, be 18. Be an 18-year-old. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. 19. Six points, yeah, baby. Take that all day. Yeah, it's a 19, this one. I've measured it, but you can confirm it. Yeah. 19.
Yep. Can I measure mine?
Yeah, go on, mate, yeah.
I've still got the hook in it, it doesn't matter, does it?
No. 20, 23?
Yep. Okay?
Yeah.
Small, so.
No, I had a bit of weed on the leader knot.
I only need one little bit.
How many points is that?
23,
23, 12 points. And away! Well, we've got a bite going on this rod now. Just had a nice little knock. Nice little knock. Of course, I put the camera on, and we all know what happens when you put the camera on. Don't think it's weed on my line. Something happening there, isn't there? Can't see any weed that's sort of floating around, fucking the water. We'll let it run for a bit, see if we don't pick up a decent wraparound bite. I'd like to have a sole. But I'd like to have a decent sized sole to go with the sole I've got in the fridge for dinner tonight. Right, we'll put the camera back on when something happens. I'm seeing down the beach that way a few fish coming in. The guy next door but one to me just had a double header, looked like a bass and a flatty. So I think any lead I had is eking away. But you never know, you never know. There's 29 fish in, so it'll probably pay up the first sixth. I haven't seen my partner reeling anything in, so I don't know if we're going to be in the pairs, but I might be wrong. I have got some little knocks and rattles on this now. What we're going to do is we'll bring that in shortly, see if there's anything on there, put a fresh bait out, and then for the last half an hour, I think I've got, I'll use up all the fresh outs that I've got. One there, I think. There might be two. Yeah. Put one last bait out and fish it to the end. Oh, he's just got a little sole, I think. So it's just down there. Neighbour that way. Like a little sole just come in. I would like a decent sized sole, I must admit, because I've got a sole from Friday night sitting in my fridge, which we're going to have for dinner tonight. And it's probably a big meal for one and a small meal for two. So one more would make it very, very worthwhile. Right, what are we doing for time? How are we doing for time? Right, it's 11 minutes past 12. Let's get this bait in, get a fresh bait out. Bait that rig up, and then that's my last cast rig. So there is a possibility there's a fish on here. It has been knocking about a little bit. Have a little place maybe. Don't think there's a fish on here, don't know, as I say, those 7-ounce leads every time deceive me. Woo, wind's getting strong. No, no fish. Nothing on there. Well, we've got a definite bite on this rod now. I'll turn the camera around so you can see it. Right, let's see if we can get this on film. It's notorious. We've said it's 1,000 times, and it's very true. As soon as you put the camera on, it stops. Oh, it's still going. Still going. Got 3 baits out there. Got to be in it to win it. And a triple header now would make all the difference. Would make all the difference. I might do a Tony's and just let out a bit of line, and so it lets the tide move the weight. Let's just try that. Right, so I let out a bit of tide, a bit of line, and see if that encourages a bite. Come on, let's have a big wrap round bite on camera. Put a fresh bait out for the last 20 minutes of the match. In fact, oh, there's still something there, isn't there? Oh, look at that. Right, damn it, I think I'm going to wind this in now. Put a fresh bait out for the last bit of the match, last half an hour. So let's wind it in, see if we've got a fish on here. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishies. Keep your fingers crossed. Could be a fish on it. Could be a fish. There's definitely some weight here. Could be I'm bringing in some tackle. Could be that I'm bringing in someone else's rod. Is this rod going? Yeah, his rod's going. So I'm definitely bringing his in, I think. There's a fish there. I felt it jiggling. I'm now going to have to walk down, I think, because I think we're fishing united. Oh, there's a fish. There is a fish. Is it on mine? Is it on mine? Is it on mine? Oh, I might have my soul to have me dinner. Happy days. Sorry?
Well, the match says 100 points anyway.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. Don't get washed away. Right, cheers, mate. It's filming or not? Happy days. Happy days, look at that. That does mean there's some more music coming. And dance, woo, woo, and some soul music. Right, it was 33 centimetres that, so that's another, well, it takes me up into the hundreds anyway, so I'm a happy man. Yeah, I don't think I've won, but it might put me in the envelopes, might do. Certainly a respectable score anyway. And of course, you know, got the luck of the Plumsteads, get a free triple header on the last cast would be nice, wouldn't it? We'll see. We'll wind in at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock and see. Catch you later. Right, well it's about 2 minutes to go. Yeah, 2 minutes to go to the end of the match. And look round and my rod was doing that. So I might have the luck of the last winding. Let's see. We will wind in at bang on the time because, you know, you might pick up a second fish. So we are at 12:58. Leave the camera running now. It's been a cracking day. I'm going to once I wind these fish in, when I wind this rig in, I will end the video, and what I will do is I will video the weigh-in or the prize giving on the Tony's Tackle Sea Match channel. So if you want to see how I've got on, you need to come over to that channel and check it out. If you haven't done so already, I will put the link down in the comments below if you don't know about it. But yeah, so how are we doing on time? 1 minute to go. 1 minute to countdown. So we're getting there. The clue will be when everyone starts winding in. I think I've got a fish on there actually. Another sole would be rather nice, wouldn't it? How are we doing time? Still 12:59. Come and count down. 1 o'clock. Time to wind in. The match is over. Let's see if I've got that last cast fish. Could be something on here. There could be something on here. Another little sole would be nice, or another large sole. I did have a little bit of weed on the line, I can see it coming up, so that could have been giving me false bite indications. I'm not coming in on his line because he's in, so that's good. Does feel like there's something on here. Oh yeah, hello. Putting up a fight. Come on, come in on the wave. Another bass. Another bass would be good. Come on, come on, come on, come to CJ. Come to CJ. Just baby it in. I don't want to lose it in the surf. Wind it in with the surf, with the waves. Come on, what are you? What are you? Come on the wave, don't lose it in the surf. And it's beached. Oh, it's a triple header, no less. Joe Plumstead, eat your heart out. Woohoo! Happy days, final cast. Oh, I'm gonna have to give you a dance for that. Turn the music on and ho, and cut. There you go, final cast. 1 place, 2 place, and a little sole. But it's a little sole that will be above 18, so it will score points. Need to get these off, get my sheet signed off, and here comes my partner. Hello mate, how'd you do? Ah. Right, anyway, I've got to sort these out and get them on my card, so I'll stop recording because I've got to pack away. I've just been handed a piece of cake.
Julie's cake.
Julie, was it?
Julie's fruit cake.
Thank you very much, Julie, for the fruit cake. I'm going to enjoy that immeasurably because I'm starving. Because I thought the little cafe was going to be open and it wasn't. So great, fantastic.
We'll have a good day.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.